Captain Rian Hale stood on the quiet observation deck of Orbital Dock 9, watching the alien freighter drift away. Its engines hummed weakly, almost embarrassed to still be working. The ship had come all the way from the Empire to deliver what they called a gift, but everyone on the deck knew what it really was. While a pile of discarded metal, broken hull, plates, burnt, out conduits, twisted frame that looked like it had been chewed by a star scrap, Rian whispered, jaw tightening. Behind him, Chief Engineer Mara Vance let out a short breath, half amused, half annoyed. They really think we can't tell the difference between a gift and an insult. Rian nodded slowly, eyes never leaving the drifting freighter. They wanted to make a point. Humans are small, weak, new. So we get their leftovers. Mara leaned on the railing, letting her fingers drum lightly. If they expected us to cry about it, they don't know us very well. That's what worries me, Rian said. They don't understand us at all. On the dock floor below, crews poked at the junk, lifting pieces with cranes and muttering in disbelief. I can still smell the burn marks. One worker complained. Throw it back at them, another muttered. But then, something caught Rian's eye. A faint shimmer inside one of the broken beams, tiny traces of alloy no human engineer had worked with before. Beneath the dents and scars, the Zellery had accidentally left behind something rare. Something powerful. Rian's heartbeat changed rhythm. Mara, he said quietly, do you see that? She followed his gaze, pupils narrowing. If that's what I think it is, they made a mistake. Rian allowed himself a small, dangerous smile. Maybe it's time we return the favor. The insult would become a warning. The scrap would become a secret, and humanity would rise. The noise of the engineering bay drowned out almost every thought. Sparks leaped across the dim space as workers cut through alien metal, their faces lit by flashes of blue and gold. Mara stood in the middle of it all, hair tied messily, sleeves rolled up, grease marking her cheek like a battle stripe. This alloy shouldn't even exist, she muttered, tapping the exposed beam with her knuckle. It's light, but strong. Stronger than anything we've made. Rian crouched beside her, feeling the cool edge with his fingertips. They didn't give this intentionally. No, Mara said. This was part of something important, something they didn't want us to see. Across the room, two young engineers argued like tired siblings. Don't force it. One said, I'm not forcing it, the other shot back. It's just stuck. Mara glanced over. Both of you slow down. Don't break what can't be replaced. They quieted immediately. There was weight in her voice, the kind that came only from someone who knew exactly what she was doing. Rian stepped back, looking at the mountain of scrap. If we rebuild this, we don't make a copy, we make something better. Mara's smirk returned. You're thinking warship? Not just a warship, Rian corrected softly. A message. Hours blurred into days. Engineers barely slept. Coffee cups multiplied. Someone played old Earth music on a speaker nobody admitted bringing. Despite the exhaustion, despite the madness of the project, something undeniable filled the air. Hope. Human hands shaped alien metal with stubborn pride. They didn't ask permission. They didn't wait for help. They worked as if something in their bones demanded it. Mara wiped sweat from her brow. This ship won't just fly. He looked at her. It will change everything. The skeletal frame of the ship hung in the dock like a giant iron phantom. Floodlights carved sharp shadows across its surface, revealing a structure that no longer resembled the pile of junk the Zellery had given. This was something new, alive. Almost. Rian walked along the catwalk with slow steps, absorbing every detail. The hull was sleek now, shaped by human design, but strengthened by alien alloy. Panels layered like armor scales. Power conduits ran deeper than any human ship had ever allowed. What do you think? Mara asked, appearing beside him with a tired grin. It feels angry, Rian said. Good, she replied. It should. Below them, engineers climbed the scaffolding, tightening bolts and running lines. Someone jokingly called the ship the Beast. And the name stuck within minutes. Rian stopped near a large central chamber, where humming energy pulsed faintly. How's the core? Stable, Mara said. Stronger than anything in the fleet, and it responds to human hands better than expected. Rianne raised an eyebrow. Better, she nodded. It's like it wants to work with us. Before he could respond, the docs-com speakers crackled. Captain Hay, go ahead, you'll want to see this. Zelari scout ships entering the system. Mara's expression darkened. They realized something's missing. Rian looked back at the ship and finished but powerful. Can it move? He asked. Mara hesitated only a second. Move, yes, fight. She let out a breath. Not yet. Rian rested a hand on the railing. Then let's check their intentions before finishing our masterpiece. Crew members stopped to watch the distant flicker of alien ships on a display monitor. Tension spread like cold wind that the Zelari had returned, and they would not like what humanity had become. The alien ships glided into orbit with slow predatory grace. Their hulls shimmered with cold blue patterns, symbols of authority the Zelari rarely explained. From the command deck of Dock 9, Rian watched them with narrowed eyes. They're scanning us, Mara muttered, leaning forward. They know something's wrong. Footsteps echoed behind them as Lieutenant Jace, young and still learning to hide his nerves, approached. Sir, we're receiving a message. Audio only. Put it through, Rian said. A sharp, metallic voice filled the room. Human delegation, we come for what is ours. You possess technology not meant for your species. Prepare to return it. Mara rolled her eyes. They insult us, then demand respect. Typical. Rian answered calmly. Your gift arrived damaged. We are repairing what we can. You are not authorized to repair Zelari technology, the voice snapped. Rian muted the channel. They're panicking because they know we figured something out, Mara said. This alloy, this cord, they didn't want it shared. Jace swallowed hard. What do we do, sir? Rian looked down at Dock 9's Heart the Beast. The ship sat quiet, unfinished, yet undeniably powerful. Like a sleeping predator. We finish it, he said. Mara blinked. Under threat. Especially under threat. The warning lights dimmed as the Zelari ships lowered into a more aggressive stance. Down on the dock floor, engineers rushed to their stations. We don't have time, one shouted. Work faster then. Another replied, voice cracking. Mara tightened her gloves. Rian, this is insane. Maybe, he said quietly, but if they take back that alloy, we lose our chance to stand equal. The Zelari message channel reopened on its own. Humans, return our property or face consequences. Rian exhaled slowly. Tell them, he said, that humans don't return insults. The dock trembled as the ship's engines came alive for the first time. A deep vibration rolled through the metal floor slow at first, then rising like a heartbeat learning to beat again. Lights flickered along the hull. Systems aligned themselves. The beast woke. Mara's hands flew over the control panels. Core is stabilizing, power output rising. This is far beyond what we calculated. Rian stood behind her, steady, calm. Bring the main thrusters online. Sparks burst from one of the consoles as an engineer yelped. She's pushing back. The ship's. It's refusing calibration. Then stop calibrating. Mara shouted. Let it choose its own rhythm. Alarms screamed briefly and then all went silent. The ship's lights steadied. The beast accepted. One of the younger technicians whispered, It's listening to us. Outside the station windows, Zelari ships began closing in. Their weapons glowed with cold blue energy. Rian opened a comm channel. Zelari vessels, stand down. We are completing defensive procedures. The reply came sharp. Humans do not possess defenses against us. Rian allowed himself the smallest smile. Not yet, but stay close, you'll see something new. He turned to Mara. Launch it. Her breath caught. Like this? It's not tested, neither are we, he said, but with a firm push, she engaged the release sequence. Massive clamps unlatched. The beast dropped 1/2 meter before thrusters fired, catching it. The engines flared bright, bathing the dock in blue light. Workers shielded their eyes. Someone laughed from pure disbelief. The ship drifted out of the bay, slow and steady. Like a creature taking its first step into sunlight, the Zellery immediately reacted. They are launching forbidden technology. Disable them. Energy blasts streaked toward the newborn warship. And that was when the beast revealed its true nature. The hull shimmered, absorbing the impact. Everyone froze. Mara whispered Rian. "What have we built?" The Zellery ships fired again 3 concentrated blasts meant to cripple anything smaller than a dreadnought. This time, the beast did not just absorb the energy, it redirected it. The ship's hull glowed faintly. Gathering the power like a deep breath, Mara stared at the readings. It's feeding on their attacks. Rian stepped closer to the display, voice low. Then let it breathe out. The ship reacted before Mara even touched the controls. A beam of white-blue light erupted from its forward conduits, silent, precise, terrifyingly clean. It lanced across space and struck the nearest Zellery cruiser. The alien ship didn't explode, it simply ceased. A perfect sphere of its hull evaporated, leaving the rest drifting lifeless. Silence spread across every human station, across every Zellery ship, across the entire channel. Jace swallowed hard. "Sir, the galaxy's going to fear us." Rian didn't smile. The weight of what they created settled in his bones. "Good, but they will also understand us." Mara finally looked up from her console. "What now?" "We send a message," Rian said. He opened a broadcast. Not just to the Zellery ships, but to every listening relay in the region. "This is Captain Rian Halliverth. You gave us your scrap. We returned with something stronger, something ours. We do not seek war. But we will not bow." Behind him, the beast hovered like a silent titan, its engines burning bright. "If you attack us," Rian continued, "remember what you saw today. Humans rise when pushed, and we build wonders when underestimated." The Zellery ships slowly backed away, engines dimming in surrender. Mara leaned against the railing, exhausted but alive. "Rian, we changed our place in the galaxy." He watched the beast, its surface shimmering like a living thing. "No," he said softly, "we claimed it." And humanity, once mocked with scraps, now held the deadliest warship ever built. A reminder to the stars: humans don't break, we build.